Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Overtime Podcast. This is the sports side of our show. I'm your host, Ryan, aka Meether, and this is my co-host, Jacob, aka Shark.
That's me.
That's
What's going
right.
on, guys?
This is our Monday show and pending. Well, it depends on how work goes and stuff and what changes. But for now, this show will be on Mondays and recorded on Mondays and probably posted around Tuesday. Is that right?
Tuesday morning. Keep it out Tuesday mornings.
Yep. It's on Spotify as well. I don't know if we specified that the last show. We also have it on Spotify.
I'll leave a link in the description for you guys.
Yeah. So anyway, man, so much to talk about for sports.
Yeah, how was your weekend? I have had
good.
a great weekend.
Okay, all right. You must have had a fantastic weekend watching the Super Bowl, which I think we both might have a hot take on that. I've been looking around on social media to see what the overall sign for that is, like what people think about it. Not a lot of people like
the game itself, or
the game itself. I mean, also Bad Bunny. Just everything around it. Very controversial. I'm just seeing.
I mean, maybe it's just my side of things, like on social media. I haven't seen too much bad stuff around Bad Bunny, to be honest, which I was kind of surprised about because I feel like every halftime performance is dubbed worst halftime performance of all time. So it's kind of
we might be on different sides. We might be on different.
Okay.
I've been seeing the side that says it's the worst Super Bowl halftime show of all time. I've been seeing that everywhere. I don't think it was.
I mean, that's a given, though. That's a given.
It's every year. It is every year they do that. So I think the schedule today, we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl, an overall NFL review. I mean, it's the end of the season. Sad times. And then we'll get into all of the nitty-gritty of what's going on in Philly sports because holy shit, there's a lot of news we got to catch up on for the fans. But anyway, the Super Bowl. I thought it was a good one.
We are both Philly fans, to specify that. Although,
if that wasn't
Mr.
obvious
Ryan
enough.
over here is clearly a fake fan.
I'm not a fake fan. I like one team that's not Philly. I'm sorry, guys. It's a lacrosse team. But other than that, I'm all Philly. Please don't hurt me. But the Super Bowl, I mean, come on. The Super Bowl, I think was good. I think it was the good kind of defensive game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We had a defensive touchdown, too, which added to the
It added to what more was. It was. Drake May got slaughtered out there. No thanks to rookie Will Campbell. I mean, he fell on his face after getting a false start, and he flopped over. I'm not gonna blame him on that first sack. The dude like pushed Will Campbell like mid play. If you remember what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
The first sack of the game, like the O lineman like bumped into Will Campbell and like got him off the set of his feet, which allowed the guy to get around and get the sack. But I mean, I think this is leagues better than the Rams Patriots Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
that is my worst one I think I've ever watched, hands down.
Well, do you think it was because the Patriots won that game? Because I'll be honest, this was a great hate watch for me personally. I was completely against the Patriots.
I was just hoping for a good game, and I think I got a solid one out of it. I think it was a bad game on that Rams one, not because the Patriots won, but I think it was just the expectations coming in of how powerhouse the Rams offense was going into that game.
Both offenses.
I think they're expecting a lot. Yeah. Both sides were really good, and it turned out to just be a slogfest. And it wasn't even like a good defensive bout. It was just bad offense. They just like did not play to the level they normally can play at.
Well, I have a question for you. So do you think, and I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes like a narrative going out, do you think that the Patriots like looked as soft as they did this game in the Super Bowl because of their like, they were always said to have like a bad or an easy schedule. So do you think it came from their schedule, or do you think the Seahawks, like specifically their defense, is just that good?
I think it's a mix. So throughout the playoffs, I think just the Patriots defense was playing at a very elite level that they weren't playing in the regular season. They were playing hella up to competition, and you weren't going to get good play out of Drake May throughout his entire playoff run. I mean, he played all top 5 defense. I mean, maybe not. Okay, not the Chargers. The Chargers were not a top 5
I think the
defense.
Chargers were statistically like a top defense, but
they were top 10. But like they're like injury prone. O-line was riddled to shit. I'm talking about the run from going from the Houston Texans to the Denver Broncos into the Seahawks. That is a vicious matchup. And everyone talks about the I mean, obviously that maybe that AFC Championship game would have been different if Bo Nix was playing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, Drake May got it done just enough to where they would get the win. But I think that's more on the that's more of Vrabel like upping the level of defense that was being called there. I mean, they were not playing like that in the regular season. What do you think?
I kind of agree. I think the road to the Super Bowl compared to other playoff teams or other Super Bowl teams, it wasn't that hard. I mean, the Chargers their O-line was Chargers O-line's terrible. Texans are always were they really good? That was the main question around them the whole season.
It's more the offensive side was that can the offense keep up?
Yeah. Yeah. And then the Broncos, I think the Broncos for sure would have beat them if they had Bo Nix. That's just my opinion, but I think them not having Bo Nix, we definitely called a lucky break with that. I do think that the Seattle defense is really good. I don't think it's one of the best defenses of all time, but they did play their.
Not all time, but of the season for sure.
They played out for sure.
No,
in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that O-line got torn to shreds. There was no chance, and I mean the Patriots defense only could do so much. I mean, Sam Darnold didn't even have a good game. He had a passable game at best. He just didn't turn the ball over. If anything, the special teams was what came in clutch for the Seahawks in my eyes. The kicker just hitting all of his shots, and the punter was balling. I felt like the Patriots were on their back 5 almost the entire game.
It almost seemed like the Patriots towards the end of the game where they were trying to figure out a way to stop the punter. They were sending more guys at him, less guys, giving him more time, messing up his rhythm, and no matter what they did, he was able to adjust.
Yeah, I was seeing talks that the Seahawks played a scheme similar to how Fangio does it, where both zone sides do different assignments, which is kind of interesting and makes me think about what's to come with the Eagles because we'll have news on the Vic Fangio stuff soon. But overall, what were your thoughts on just the entire? We'll start with this. What were your thoughts on the Eagles season from this year?
In one word, I'd say sorry.
I completely agree, and I got one man I'm staring at that I'm glad he's gone. Kevin Patullo, thank God he's gone. That was a failed test for sure. I'm tired of these in-hires, man. It's bad. It's bad.
I'll say that the in-house hires depends, but when it's someone like him or Brian Johnson, then it's not a good idea.
No.
I'm sure we'll get more into it now, but I kind of feel like what the Eagles are doing now, but they're kind of building more of a succession plan in case Sean Mannion doesn't work out.
We'll talk more about that in a sec, but for now, I think overall season, non-biasly, just looking outside of the Eagles, just games watched and stuff, this is probably one of the most entertaining seasons I think I've watched in a bit. It was a lot of surprises, a lot of surprise teams, a lot of great runs. Just overall, just a very entertaining, especially the playoffs. Shout out to the Panthers for putting up a good fight. And
that was awesome. That was awesome.
Every game was almost a 1-score game, excluding maybe the Steelers game. That was pretty bad. But
do you think that the Chiefs not making the playoffs kind of had to do with the season being more fun?
Probably, yeah. Because everyone expected them to be great, and they were terrible. They were dog shit. Not. I mean, I think they were injury riddled. I know. Patrick Mahomes got injured, but their season was practically over by that point, even before he was injured.
Yeah,
they had a tough road.
They're barely 500.
Good playoff. Yes, they were barely 500, and they had a tough road to get there. And I do agree with you. I think that did definitely make it just an overall more entertaining year. Any last thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show and all that jazz that was happening. I mean, there's a lot of talks about that. Not a lot of fans of that show.
I liked it, and I don't know if this is a hot take, but I feel like the overall message around it is more like I'm not trying to be controversial here, but I feel like it was overall more American than the other halftime show that happened. Because like the whole point
Are you
behind it
talking
was
about
that
the
like
Kendrick one, or are you talking about the Turning Point
no,
one?
the turning
The
point
Turning
one.
Point one? Okay.
Yeah, because
With
the
Kid
whole
Rock?
point, yeah, the whole point behind the halftime show, like the whole reasoning like around it was that love is greater than hate, and I just felt like the message behind
Yeah.
it was beautiful, and I thought overall it was a good performance too.
Yeah. I wish there was subtitles, but even without subtitles, you can still enjoy
It's
the
just a
music and
vibe.
just
It's a
follow the
vibe.
vibe. Yeah, it's a good vibe. And I just think the whole obviously we don't want to our show we don't want to go into politics or anything. That's just we don't want to take that route, but
I will say,
the turning point one was just I just having that in general is just stupid in my that's just what I'll say about that. Just
yeah,
if you're not gonna you don't have to like the Bad Bunny and shit, but there's always gonna be you're not your favorite Super Bowl halftime shows. Making a whole big deal about like Kid Rock and shit, that's just not it's just stupid. And they didn't even have a good message behind it. It seemed malicious when Bad
yeah.
Bunny's show just meant more of like a total love all around. Just a better vibe, better positivity, which is important.
I did like the one thing I really saw that was like hated on was the Lady Gaga's part, which I thought was pretty cool. Personally,
What?
I know.
Okay, that's crazy. If anything, the first song had some major audio problems. Like,
I didn't really get the audio problems. I think it had to do with like with certain sound systems, but I could be wrong.
yeah, and I don't know. Like, just from what I was listening, like and watching,
There was like one
the
second
first
that got
song
cut
was
out.
fucking up with the mic, but after the first song, like everything got back to where it needed to be, and I don't know. I love the Lady Gaga part. I mean, yeah, she doesn't know how to do a salsa, but that's okay. It's good times. Good times. Well, overall, so yeah, good. I think we both agree that was a good Super Bowl overall, in a fun way.
Yeah.
I mean, your
Did you
hate
have any
watch was
favorite
completed.
commercials?
Oh, dude, the commercials suck this year. So much fucking AI commercials. I was seething. I was seething.
I thought there were some good ones. I'm gonna be
There's a
honest.
couple ones. I did like the Benson Boone one.
Yeah, the Instacart one.
Instacart one. The
That one
Instacart one
was
was
awesome. That one's
hilarious.
my favorite. That was so funny.
That's that one I would have to say easily is my favorite. But I just think with all the fucking AI slop that was just being put out there,
I
all
love
those
the
commercials, man.
Pepsi ad too. I love the Pepsi one.
Oh, with the polar bear.
Yeah.
I think the thing was I got spoiled. That already ran
Yeah.
before the Super
Yeah.
Bowl,
Yeah. I saw
so
that. I saw that.
it's a good commercial. But I wish it like
Man,
came out with the Super Bowl. I
no
would get more
AI
hype with
in
it.
that one too.
No AI in that one, and you gotta appreciate that. Yeah, so I think that was a good round. Now it's time to get into the nitty gritty. Philadelphia, after a disappointing season, fires Kevin Patullo. Thank God, the terrorist is dead. We the firing happened pretty like early on, like right after the wild card loss, and it allowed us to have a long time in the job search for that offensive coordinator role. And I believe we signed offensive coordinator Sean Marion from
Mannion.
Green Bay Packers. Mannion, my bad. Green Bay Packers quarterback coach.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think initially I was kind of like I wasn't 100 like I didn't know. I didn't know too much about him. I knew he was a younger like he used to play quarterback in the league, and that's about all I knew. But the more like it kind of like sat with me and the hirings we made around him so far, I do feel confident in him and stuff that we've heard about him from like someone like Nick Foles was praising him heavy.
Yeah.
That all just makes me feel super confident about it, and I'm excited to see where it leads. And it can't be worse than Patullo.
Well, that's the greatest takeaway from this. It can't be as bad as Patullo. We will be seeing much less hitch routes for this, which I love it. Less hitch routes, the better. Less curls, the better. I was so initially when it first came out that he was being hired, and I did a little digging. I was a little bit nervous because he doesn't have offensive coordinator experience, but they then not too long after hired a passing coordinator in John Grizzard, who was, I believe, with the Buccaneers previously for a very long time, been in the league around for a long time, 15 years, I believe, as the passing coordinator, which it just makes me feel a lot better that there's some experience in that area. I feel like that was needed somewhere. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. He's also young too. Like him and Mannion are both very young. Mannion doesn't have as much coaching experience, so I feel like the mix with Grizzard, he's been around for a while. He's been coaching since he was in college when he had a coaching internship with I think it was the Panthers.
Okay.
And so I feel like just being around and coaching for as long as he has could, if Mannion needs it, could give him some insight. And I feel like those two together could the potential, the sky's the limit at that point, especially with how young they are. And like I said before, I feel like it's a built-in succession plan going towards like if we ever need to move on from Sirianni, we have these two young guys right in the booth, either to like move Grizzard up to head coach or Mannion up to head coach and Grizzard to offensive coordinator.
So yeah, I kind of agree. I did like those two hirings, and I do believe that this is in some way, shape, and form kind of a little bit of a hot seat for Sirianni. It's kind of like a political move from like Howie and Laurie in my eyes. We're like, hey, you need to like step it up. That last recommendation of Patullo didn't work so well. We kind of like, we got someone behind you that could possibly take your job. Let's see what you got for this next season. And before we get into the departures, the unfortunate departures and potential departures, we have one more hiring that I believe happened today or yesterday.
Yeah.
We got our new offensive line coordinator, Chris Cooper, who was previously with the Vikings under the same position. And I did hear that this was a Sean Mannion pick. This is a guy he wanted. So what are your takeaways on that first? I want to hear from you.
Well, I did see it. I saw it on. Yeah, I did see it on social media earlier today. I was scrolling through the comments because I don't really hear too much about offensive line coaches,
right?
Too
yeah,
often.
Especially from other teams.
So I was seeing people like ask, "Hey, Vikings fans, how is this?" And I've seen some. Well, I've seen some Eagles fans like kind of okay with that, but Vikings fans were comparing him to Hitler and Stalin. So I guess we'll really find out.
Same exact quote. I think I saw this same exact quote. It was a comment that said, well, let's just say some Vikings fans were comparing him to Hitler and Bin Laden. So it's definitely...
Well, I guess we'll see. I didn't feel like the O-line was too bad last year, but I guess we'll find out.
I've heard bad things about him, but also, I mean, I think this is also another big political move. I mean, if we're going with a guy that Sean Mannion wanted, then you can kind of see the writing on the wall that Sirianni has lost a lot of control in this locker room, and it's kind of being a little bit transferred to Mannion's control, if that makes sense. They're kind of
like that, but that makes sense.
I just feel like they're really like pushing away from not Howie, Sirianni right now, and they're moving away from the guys he want. We don't know too much what goes on behind the scenes, but if I had to guess from the Kevin Patullo situation. From the knowing that Patullo and Sirianni were like best bros, it's probably one of those situations where it's just really awkward to talk about. Like he never wanted to throw his bro under the bus, or like it was always an awkward conversation. That's why there was never really change. So hopefully with this outside sourcing of coordinator roles and all these new roles, we just get a little fresh feel for the offense. And I think they'll really cook because we have a great roster on that side of the ball. And a great potential. Now it's time to talk about unfortunate departures and potential ones. The big one, because we got Cooper, we lost Jeff Stoutland, Eagle legend. Really unfortunate.
We wouldn't be. I don't think we would be two-time Super Bowl champion if it wasn't for him. The whole identity between those two teams that did win the Super Bowl, and even the teams that made it far in the playoffs, were the trenches, offensive and defensive line.
Yeah.
So I think I mean, we'll see next year. Last year, the offensive line did take a decline, so I wonder if he wanted to get out before like he got fired or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. I heard that he lost his running, like his to be able to
Oh
like
yeah,
call the run plays. He lost that,
yeah, I did hear
and
about
that
that too.
caused a lot of controversy on that side of the ball. It is really unfortunate. I agree with you. He was probably one of the best pieces to just all those big important lines. I mean, the Eagles have had a top 10 or top 5 offensive line for years, and it
Yeah,
only lost and fell off now, which I mean, for to be up on that elite level for that long, it's just a testament to him and how he's able to develop the boys on the line in the trenches. So it's really unfortunate that he's gone. And we've got some potential losses, which could be huge, man. Potentially Vic Fangio retiring, Lane Johnson retiring because maybe that Stoutland thing connection, and a big surprise, Landon Dickerson possibly retiring.
yeah. I'll start off with this. I know there are rumors circling around the Vic Fangio stuff. I don't see it happening. I feel like he likes the organization enough to give them a little bit heads up notice, and we would have promoted Christian Parker, now the defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys, to our defensive coordinator position instead of just letting
Yeah.
him walk. So I think he's staying for at least one more year. As
Okay.
for the other guys, it's really hard to tell. Obviously, Lane Johnson
It is.
is a more obvious pick to retire. Landon Dickerson has been battling injuries for forever, so you know it's hard to tell with those guys.
It is. It really is. If so, I've seen a lot of talks. If Vic Fangio was to retire, it would be kind of a retire in the sense where maybe for that year he just like kind of maybe becomes more of just like a assistant role, like kind of a word of mouth, like mouth to ear kind of role, and not like a hands-on defensive coordinator, and kind of helps out the next guy ease into it. That's what I've heard that people want him to
Okay.
do. Because I've had a lot of talks. Like I listen to a lot of radio, and I know that a lot of talks is like Vic Fangio is the kind of guy that wouldn't just like throw it on to somebody. Like if he's retiring, he's done for good. And I feel like we would have heard that by now. So I feel like he's definitely going to play a role of just like helping the next coordinator kind of set up everything. And with the Lane Johnson thing, I could see that really happening just because
He's
Stoutland's
getting up
officially
there in
gone.
age. Yeah.
And he is. He gets injured a lot, and he still plays at a very high level, but just that connection with Stoutland being gone and just the way this offense is definitely changing. We're going to see a different offense, I feel like, on the field next year. I think maybe in his head it would probably make sense for him to retire. And unfortunately, man, I mean the Dickerson one would hurt real bad. I mean he's been battling some rough injuries, especially in the back and such, and he's been a warrior like playing through it. I know he hasn't had a good year, but the fact that he was playing through those injuries just means everything. So
Yeah.
hopefully he takes some time to really think about it in the off season on what he wants to do, and it'd be awesome if he stays, but it's understandable if he wants to leave for his health. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Obviously, we want these guys to be like, good long term. We don't want them to be rolling around in
Yeah.
wheelchairs at
Well, God,
40
yeah,
years old.
I don't want Toph in there full time. That's for sure. Especially no Stoutland, man. I don't know how much we can trust the new offensive line coordinator to do this, to develop these guys. And I think we got one more to talk about for the Eagles side, AJ Brown. So I don't know if you've been seeing, but there's a lot of talks that we might be trading him in this offseason with how things turned out this season, which has been for non-Eagle watchers, it's been a roller coaster. I feel like in the media with AJ Brown this year, it's just
Yeah.
been a crazy back and forth battle, man.
I would say it's been like a roller coaster if the roller coaster started on top and just went straight down.
If it was just a free fall, honestly. Every week he's just asking for the ball and just lot of like talking to media about like passing problems and just bringing up problems with the offense and stuff and bringing a lot of attention to media, which you never want to do in Philly media. Philly media will grab it and run with it, so you gotta be careful with that.
Yeah.
he's the reading the books. I mean, the writing was on the wall that he's very diva style, and he does a lot for this team. But I mean, I think the biggest like nut punch for that was in the wild card game. I mean, he's doing all this media talk, and he's like, "Get the ball in my hands, man! Just get the ball in my hands." And then in the wild card game, he has like 3 to 4 crucial drops in the game to seal it against a very weak 49ers defense. And when the media comes to talk to him about it, he wants nothing to do with them. He immediately escapes the locker room as fast as he can, ducking it.
I mean, if you play that bad in a game, I don't blame him for leaving.
Listen, I wouldn't blame him, but he was talking all this shit on the media and like talking all this talk. Come on, you got to put your head in your shoulders. And you got to face the media head on when it doesn't go your way. That's just how I see it in my eyes.
That's fair.
He's still a great player. He's still a great player. Maybe he's just not seeing eye to eye anymore, especially with Sirianni. Seems like a lot of shit's been going on with Sirianni.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the media always says that they have a good relationship, but then when you see like the background clips of like Sirianni celebrating, AJ Brown's always giving him the side eye or whatever.
Right. Yes, I know. I don't know what to believe from the media anymore. You try to read through the lines to see like what's the real story with that. I just see my takeaway is definitely just that that is broken. Sirianni and the AJ Brown shit, they don't like each other. That's where I take away from it.
I saw that the first time that AJ Brown like kind of requested a trade. I forget what week it was, but it was against the Rams.
Oh yeah, what was that, week 5?
He had a big week that week. He got the ball a lot that week. So I don't know why. I don't know why that was like what the report was, or like why he requested a trade after that. And the whole reason he wanted to get out was because he didn't get the ball. But the game that that kind of started the saga of him wanting to leave was he got the ball a lot. I don't know. It's all just confusing with this guy.
Also, it's just on field like ball play this year. It's just been seems like he's like jogging some routes. It's just not a lot of effort coming from him in my eyes.
To be fair, he ran hitch routes or streak routes.
No, I get you. I'm not talking about the hitch routes and shit. I'm talking when they do like give him a chance for that deep ball, which seems to be every damn third down. I was just about to say, at the second half of the season, it seemed like the game plan was every third down. It was just a big shot to AJ Brown, and just overall, I mean, we could talk hours about this fucking offense. It was bad, terrible fucking offense. Couldn't get anything going. Just a disappointing season all around the board for the Birds, and hopefully they can turn it around. That's the big win from this. That Patullo is gone, and it seems like the ownership is taking a lot of power away from Sirianni at the moment, and we'll see where it takes us. Hopefully, it's for the good and it doesn't create more controversy. That would be worse. We don't want any more controversy on that side.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, what's next on our list here? I mean, any more things to talk about for the Eagles wise? We think here.
I mean, we touched on this a little bit, but we were talking a lot about the offense. We got to give props to the defense this year. Defense played their mind out. Really kept us in.
You're absolutely right. We got to keep this positive here. You got to have a positive side of this. The defense was absolutely balling. Another Vic Fangio classic. He got his boy Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins in the trade deadline, and that dude was a dog on the field. He was an immediate impact.
And Quinyon Mitchell, I would say, like, people already knew he was kind of good from his rookie season, but this was truly like a breakout to show that he could guard number ones.
Absolutely. They weren't talking much about him on the rookie side if you weren't watching the Eagles all the time. But he was there. He was always making those plays. And, Coop really played his role as well. The linebacking core in general was just, it's crazy when your linebacking core is so good that your first round pick is like on the bench.
Yeah.
That impact changer.
When Campbell did play, he was also great when Nakobe Dean was out for however many weeks it was.
Campbell made the plays he needed to when he was able to play. It's unfortunate. Luckily, the thing is, I don't know if we're going to be able to – the free agency, we'll talk more about that another week, but the free agency, we got a lot of people to sign. We got a lot of people to sign, and we can go a lot more into detail of that in another episode. and like who we'd want to stay, who we want to go.
I did see there's rumors that the cap might get increased. So
really, oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely a next week topic.
We can resign everyone. Everyone could be happy.
That would be fantastic. That would be the good ending if we could re-sign the entire defensive core, because there's a lot of players on the defensive side of the ball, a lot of starters that need to get paid this year, and a lot of choices that the organization has to make, which I trust Howie will make the correct decisions, but it'll be a shame that we're going to be losing some dogs out there. Got to make some big decisions. Coop was doing really good too. I mean, Coop was on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, for sure.
He was fantastic. Just the secondary overall. As long as Adoree Jackson sucked in the beginning, but like he like picked it up. So as long as like those group like came in and like stayed out there, it was good. The moment I saw Kelly Ringo,
that's when we knew that like Fangio was going to go with Adoree Jackson. That's when we knew he was right.
Yeah, Adoree Jackson really fit the role later on in the season, because I know he had a couple problems in the beginning, but man, dude, I do not want to see Kelly Ringo get re-signed. That's just my take on that. After watching that Commanders game with the flip around, man, I mean, Josh Johnson's fucking running the ball in, and he flips full body 180 and just gives up on the play there. Not gives up, but like makes the wrong read completely. I don't know what he was thinking there. He was totally lost in the sauce.
Like, even if he gets that throw off, it's not really even like
Ringo's that's a cross-body throw. That's a hard throw to make. As Josh Johnson.
It's like 2 yards from the end zone, so you got to realize that like no one's gonna tackle this guy. You gotta just gotta try to tackle him.
You got just go for it. It's a cross-body pass, and it's Josh Johnson, man. It's like the third string quarterback, just trying to make the play out there, man. I don't know. I don't want to see him out in the field. He was kind of, and all the flags he was getting, dude. I mean, it's in like every play in that game was a pass interference.
Him, and Bennett.
Yeah, dude.
I thought he was gonna be a good signing or like a good trade.
Underrated signing. I hope so. I was thinking that too, like a role player, a nice little flipperooski, but nothing.
I thought he was going to be like where Adoree Jackson was, like the third corner, playing the second on the outside.
Corner two, while Coop was in the slot.
Yeah, and he just didn't play at all. And then this game kind of showed us why.
Yeah, Vic Fangio probably didn't like him on the field. It's all just the more reason why it would be really sad if Vic Fangio left, because he is like a guru with that shit. Other than like the Bears game, he was fantastic overall this whole year. And shout out, before we move on to like the next sport, one more thing. Shout out to Jordan Davis, man. Jordan Davis was so fucking good. Absolute dog out there. Dude, he cut down on weight and he was a monster this season. A monster.
Yeah. He did his thing. He balled out. I'm proud of him.
I am too. Is it his contract year? Is this contract year this year or is it next year?
I think it's next year. I could be wrong though.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that at some point. All right. Is it time to move on to the Sixers? Big talk.
It's time.
It's time. All right, fellas.
Who do we want to start?
I'll start right away with this. We'll do a little lightning round here. Last week, little quick review, a little quick summary. The Sixers played 4 times, all mostly West Coast side. Monday, they played the Clippers and got a W, 128-113. Dominic Barlow was balling, had 26 points on the day.
Did his thing.
He did his thing. Tuesday at the Warriors. The Warriors suck. They lost Jimmy Butler. Shout out Jimmy Butler. Rest in peace, my fantasy team. Another win for the Sixers and the boys. 113-94. VJ, the generator, was balling that game.
Generator.
He was the leading scorer of the team with 25 points.
You could say he was generating some points out there.
Oh yeah, he is the generator. He's so peak. I love him so much. He's been a game changer for the team for sure.
Oh yeah.
Definitely a whole different team from 2024. Thursday, head to the Lakers. We lose. No. 115-119.
We were winning that game too for a while.
Yeah. Embiid balled out that game. 35-point game, doing his job, doing his thing. He's been turning it around. I mean, the beginning of the year he looked bad, but he really turned it around, and he's looking like his old self.
I think since 2026, he's really like got going a lot more. I don't know what his New Year's, maybe he had like a New Year's resolution to like be a start playing better. Yeah. He's following it.
Maybe he just got some confidence back. Maybe he's just getting in the flow state. Maybe just the vibes are up on that team. I mean, the chemistry has been so good with that team.
Do you think maybe because he's not really the first option anymore? I would say Maxi's the first option. Do you think that kind of opened it up more for Embiid?
I think I agree with that, and I think honestly, just the defense on the perimeter has gotten way better. I think you got a lot of younger guys that want the ball more. They're a lot hungrier, and Embiid's a big guy. He's a good like paint defender, but just having that perimeter control allows him to more focus on the rebounds in my eyes. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah, that makes sense.
One more Saturday game at the Suns, big win, 109-103. Embiid gets a 33-point game. Their current record, as of now today, is 30-22, and they're 6th in the East, in a very wide open East. They still have a great position to get in that top 3 seed, in my opinion. They're doing
wins really last year already.
Yeah, but you're putting out some bad starting fives. The injuries were getting to us that year. That was a time to be alive at the bar. You're drinking some booze and you're watching Quentin Grimes lead the team with a bunch of G Leaguers.
Yabusele.
Yabusele, man. Oh yeah, Yabba-dabba-doo.
You see, he's like,
I miss him, man.
He's like playing in Israel now, I think. Or he was considering it.
Wait, I thought he was still in the NBA. What happened to him?
He was on the Knicks. He's on the. I don't know if he's still in the Knicks or if he's considering playing in Israel.
Pushed to like G League or something.
I don't know. He just hasn't been cooking. I think it was because of how bad the team is. It kind of gave him an opportunity to start cooking.
Probably, yeah. I mean, the team had no options, man. I mean, it was bad. That year is really bad. So with that, what's that? Three wins over 1 loss on the last week. Good week for the Sixers. In a great position to make a good playoff push right now. But we got to talk about this. The trade deadline happened last week. And some unfortunate news. I love this player, but it's so upsetting that he's gone. Jared McCain gets traded to the Thunder. The McCainster gets traded for a first-round pick in 2026 from the Thunder. It was via Houston Rockets, so it's going to be a late-round pick. The Rockets are a good team right now. A second-round pick in 2027 and 2 second-round picks in 2028. Man, and we lost a generational legend in Eric Gordon. No, Eric Gordon, 37-year-old vet legend, going to Memphis for like a 2032 pick swap in the second round. I mean,
I don't really know like the rules on this, but I did see we did that move so we could bring, because I think Barlow was on like a 2-way contract, so I think we traded.
He was on a 10-game contract.
So yeah, I think we did. I think we got rid of Eric Gordon so we could like sign Barlow full time to the roster.
That was definitely the reason with the Gordon trade for sure. And it definitely a good move with the Eric Gordon one to do that for Barlow, because Barlow has been really good this year for this team.
Yeah,
he's been one of those great players that have been elevating.
Even when Jared he doesn't have those like great games, he's still been pretty solid.
He's just a role player.
He hasn't been bad at all.
Like I was saying before, I mean, he's a younger guy and he's getting out on the ball and he's playing like hustle defense. If you watch, I mean, he's gonna get out on the guy. That's just important.
Yeah.
That you just didn't see that in 2024. There's a lot more slow play, which I was not a fan of. The Jared McCain one, I am a mad hater of that trade. I am a mad hater. You can call me biased. Don't give a fuck. In my eyes, that trade was solely made to go under the luxury tax. So the corporate mind, Josh Harris, the owner, gets more fucking money in his pockets. I think, in my opinion, you gotta go big. This is the time, and Embiid is playing at a level we haven't seen in a long time. The team is buzzing. The chemistry is good. Jared McCain, I get it. You're selling on him high. He just had a couple good games. I get the message and where it was coming from. But the fact that you didn't get any players back is just all the reason that makes me believe It was solely to stay under the luxury cap. When, come on, I mean, this is the time to buy high, build this team. This is a good team. The East is wide open. This is a great chance. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. McCain's been playing good the last however many weeks for the Sixers, and we decided to trade him. I felt initially that this was I wasn't too upset with the move, and I thought something more was coming with it. But no, we just traded him away for a couple of picks.
Well, everyone thought that it was going to be used for leverage for the Giannis sweepstakes, but the Giannis sweepstakes did not happen. He stayed on the Bucks.
Even if not the Giannis sweepstakes, why didn't we use Jared McCain? And I did see Daryl Morey, the GM. He said that this was selling high. I don't know how this is selling high. I feel like we could have given him up and Andre Drummond, or because we gave up Eric Gordon anyway, to another team for a solid third or fourth option that could play defense.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing. It's just the fact that we didn't get any players out of this trade.
Yeah, why aren't we balling in? Why aren't we buying in?
No buying in. I don't get it. It's solely for the stupid fucking luxury tax. It's so dumb. And you can even tell from the players too. I mean, I don't know if you saw that report, but Joel Embiid was please, go above the luxury tax and pay for this team. This team's special. And they didn't do it. They didn't listen. It's just so selfish. It's unreal.
I feel since Josh Harris has bought since he's bought the Commanders as well, he's the owner of the Sixers. I feel like just the Sixers fans have not liked this dude, and he was already he already owned another. I would say rivalry team. I don't really know too much about him, but
they're on that east side, so it's still kind of ops, but it's not crazy ops in my opinion. But he's kind of doing an inside job, dude. Maybe he's a spy or something for the Commanders. He's just being an op on purpose in the Philly. It's just ridiculous that we didn't get anybody. And then the audacity. I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, God, dude, this is such a fucking bad move. And then we signed. I don't even know his name. I saw on Reel we signed a dude off free agency, and his last game he was in 2023, and he had 8 points. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh,
what are we? I was this is the guy that was going to replace you. Basketball is such an injury-riddled sport too. I mean, you got to have options in the backup. You got to have options going in because you don't know who's going to be out off the court. Just like what happened with Paul George. He's on a 20-plus game suspension right now.
Podcast Pete, join the pod.
That'd be fun. But I mean, he seems like a cool guy, but man, the suspension sucks. It's just crazy. And we lose him, and I know he's not playing in a really elite level, but he was doing okay. When he was playing right before. Yeah, and he just came off I think a 30-plus point game before that suspension. I mean, he was putting in some decent work before that happened. So
he had one good game, and they decided to drug test him.
Probably. They're like, whoa, why is he not washed? Why is that theme not playing? The wash theme. Why is the wash theme not playing? Whoa, we need to drug test him now. So it's just moments like that. Injuries are going to happen. The suspension happened, and we don't have any guys to come up from that. We don't have any guys on the level of McCain and even Eric Gordon. I mean, he was a solely super role player. He's not great, but it's better than whoever the guy we just picked up. I don't think I've seen him play yet. Now, granted, I've been watching other things because football is my main thing, but now that's gone, my focus will be on basketball and hockey more. But just from what I've seen and what I have watched over the season so far, it's just I don't know. It's not replacing anybody with McCain or Gordon. Stupid. Dumb move by freaking Harris.
Yeah. It's I don't get it. I feel like the Sixers always do this, though, with the fan favorites. They always get rid of them. I've seen a lot of people kind of relate this move to the Tyrese Halliburton move when he got traded from the Kings to the Pacers. Oh, yeah. And I hope it doesn't pan out that way. And honestly, I don't think it will be too as drastic as that move was. like because Tyrese Halliburton became like he was already good on the Kings, but he became
he's like the guy on the Pacers, man.
McCain won't be the guy on the Thunder, but
no, they already got a guy. They got a guy.
And
got Shy on that team.
I will say McCain didn't have the greatest debut game for the Thunder. I think he dropped like 5 points.
What are you gonna do? It's across the West Coast. The game happened. I know. I know. He didn't have a great game, but
so the Rockets pick got worse for us.
he was just pissed off, man. He just wanted to get his emotions out by playing bad on purpose and getting us a worse pick. I don't blame him. I'd be pissed too. I heard that he was just on the bus, like driving home from somewhere, like with the team, and he got the call. Like he didn't realize it was even gonna happen. Like he got a call and just like, you're out, man. It's over.
Well, there's been I don't know if you knew about this, but there's been a couple of like times in the NBA where a player gets traded in the middle of a game.
I have heard of moments like that. It was not during a game though.
Yeah, it wasn't during the game, but
it was just crazy. Like just imagining like getting a call with your team currently. The team is buzzing right now, and it's like you're done. You're getting sent to the Thunder. It's just like, whoa, bro. That's got to hit like hard, man. Because Jared McCain was talking about how excited he was to play for this team and coming back from injury, and he started playing good after taking a back seat a little bit and going to the Delaware Bluecoats for a little bit to get his confidence back up. So it's a shame. It's a shame. Corporate greed kills this team, but they're still. I mean, you could tell after the trade deadline they're still playing good, and yeah, I mean that's about it with the Sixers, right?
Yeah. Just got to keep going. Hopefully they get happy for the playoffs. That's all that matters.
That's the big thing. That's the big thing with these long season teams. You just got to hope for the best.
Do they get to the Eastern Conference Finals this year? Do they get there?
There's a chance. The conference is wide open. I think like the biggest team right now is what, the Knicks and the Celtics.
I think the Pistons.
Oh yeah, the Pistons with Cade Cunningham. That's right. They're really good too. But like other than like I said, like anything can happen. It's not as strong as the West Coast right now. I think the Sixers could play up to competition and easily make the Eastern Conference Final. They have a better chance than they have in a little bit.
They got to do it. Got to get the dub.
They got to do it. Bringing back the black uniforms also gave them like aura or something, so they're playing better now. Now for everybody's favorite, the Philadelphia Flyers. They fucking suck. We're back, boys. We're back. The Flyers are fucking terrible. He's been injured. It's not even. You only get to see the Bobby play. I know. It's fucking travesty. It's a tragedy. Mishkov has been like he's been. I don't know if it was because he was nursing that injury, but there's some controversy from the Flyers, which is surprising because normally you just expect them to just suck like after a little bit, but. So, for people who don't watch hockey or too much of it, Flyers got a new head coach. They got rid of Torts. Tortellini is gone. We got Rick Tocchet, the Tockster. All right. Okay. So far on the Tockster's career, he's a former Flyer. Not great. He went off to a great red-hot start. At one point, we were third in the Metro, competing for first place in the Metro. The Trevor Zegras signing and trade was the best thing that's probably happened to this organization in a little bit. Probably one of the biggest trades that's happened for the Flyers to go big on that. It's crazy. And then we also got Dan Vladar, who's been balling, in my opinion. He's been doing really good.
Darth Vader
was playing. Darth Vader was balling. And then we get to January, and holy shit. I mean, Jesus Christ. I don't know what the fuck happened, but January came, and they fucking died. They were terrible. They got like 4 wins. In 15 games, they went 4-9 and 2 overtime losses. It's just fucking crazy. I don't know what happened.
They were trying their best.
They're a young team. I get it. But I got to say something. Urson fucking sucks. Samuel Urson, I don't like him. That guy is terrible. That guy needs to go. But surprisingly, there's actually some news. Rick Tocchet, in front of Philly media in public, bashed Michkov, basically saying he's a fat fuck. He came into the season out of shape. That's what he said. And that he's not been playing good. And the biggest thing is throwing your players under the bus in front of the media is never a good look for the coach. It's just never going to be, regardless of how true it is or not. You always got to take the high road, and you got to be media trained like that. And I guess Takic's playing that old ball style, but that just don't work no more, in my opinion. It's not back in the old days. Can't be like, oh, this guy's a fat fuck. You need to play better. You can't do that anymore. Well, you lose your locker room that way.
We kind of seen something similar to that, like not completely similar because it wasn't from the coach, but we seen it with like Keon Coleman recently with the Bills.
Cookies.
Like if the ownership, if you're an owner of the team and you're downplaying your own player, what are you doing?
Oh my god, yeah, that Bills whole experience, that was fucking nuts. The GM fully that wasn't my choice. I didn't choose Keon Coleman in the draft.
I don't want this guy.
And then there's literal footage of you being like, I want that guy. That's the guy I want. Keon Coleman. We gotta trade for him. It's like what? That when that came out, that was so funny. Oh, this guy sucks. That wasn't even the guy I picked. That's fucking great.
I didn't know this guy liked cookies.
Yeah, I didn't know that guy liked cookies at all. It's very similar to that. And you know what? In modern day, especially with how social media is perceived now, it's just not a good look. It's a new generation. You got to roll with the punches, man. You got to advance along with the generation that comes with it. You can't be hardballing your players in front of the media like that, because especially in Philadelphia, they're going to take it and run with it. I'm shocked and all at how many times on Philly radio I hear about the Flyers and how fat Michkov is. I know he's not having a good year, but fellas, I think he got hurt in the offseason and he's fixing it, and losing pounds takes some time.
Yeah, you would know that more than anyone.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, in a 15-game span in January, only 4 wins is absolutely brutal, and 2 of them coming in the first 2 days of the month, and that being spread out like that, on a 6-game losing streak, is just brutal. It is a hard watch, and it wasn't even close games. They were getting killed. There were some games they were giving up 7 goals. It's just rough.
Was Urson in there?
Urson was in there a lot because Vladar got hurt.
I knew it.
I know. That goober got in and he was given 79% shot saves. It's just rough. But we'll get this out of the way. February is a new start. So the Flyers and NHL as a whole are taking a break for a couple weeks because the Olympics is on and hockey is on its Winter Olympics. So this last week, there was only 2 games before the Olympics started for the Flyers, and it was a loss and a win. So Tuesday, they played the Capitals at home and won 4-2. Let's fucking go, Flyers. Vladar came out with a 92.9 save shot percentage. And shout out Ristolainen for having a goal and assist on defense. Got to always give props to the D-boys. I miss Bobby Brink so damn much. They got a new kid, though. They got new blood with Denver Barkey, and he's kind of been a dog sometimes.
Okay.
What are you going to do? But you got to miss Bobby.
No one will ever be Bobby Brink.
No, nobody else will be Bobby Brink. You aren't real ones until you watch at 1 a.m. the Vegas Knights game where in 2023 where Bobby Brink scores 2 goals at 1 a.m. and I had lift in the morning. I'm trying not to scream out. Go, Bobby Brink! I love that guy. Bobby Brink is so good. So then we take it. Our last game on Thursday is against the Senators, and we lose in overtime, 1-2. Vladar having another great game, in my opinion, going to a solid 92.6 percentage on the shot saves. But holy mid, fellas, 16 shots on goal in the whole game. What are we doing? It's freaking terrible.
They got to get it together.
They do got to get it together. I think the biggest thing too that they need to look out for, because we're in such a tough position right now for hockey. So we have a 10% chance to make the playoffs right now.
Oh,
but what's even worse is we have a 2% chance to get the first overall pick. So we are quite literally wholly mid. Like we are in the middle, and it's like the worst position to be in.
Well,
So
it's better. It's better than being as bad as we've been. I feel, in my opinion. I
no,
don't know.
there is some. There at the very least, there's been some excitement, but I know a lot of people want Tockett's head gone, fellas. It hasn't even been one season yet. Let's see how it goes. Big thing they need. We need another goalie. Vladar is great, but obviously he's getting hurt a little bit. We just need a good backup, a solid backup role to get in there to play a solid game. And the power play, yes, we are. And the power play is the worst in the league. Is that a shocker, Snarsky? Is that a shocker?
No.
No, I don't think so either. It was quite terrible. Flyers hockey is so back. We are losing so many games.
Welcome
back.
We're back and worse than ever.
Yep, that's right. We are back to our regular form of playing like dog shit and probably not making the playoffs unless they do some crazy ass push. And that leaves us with our last team in the Philly department, the Phillies. What's going on with them, Snarsky?
They think life's all peaches and cream or something.
Well, they do think that, don't they? It is not. It's not peaches and cream. They have been, in all honesty, so stupid at this trade deadline. It is unreal. It's crazy.
Oh, it's free agency, bro.
Oh, you're right. I'm my bad. Free agency. During the free agency time, I've been messing on my words all day. Free agency's coming around, and it's just nothing's been really done. We haven't made great moves. I mean, we got the Garcia guy in the outfield. That's about it. I can't think off the top of my head right now.
Yeah, I don't really think they've done much of anything, and we lost a decent amount of players too.
I think we lost. Yeah, no, we lost Ranger. We
lost Ranger. Let's say that. No, that's pretty much all I was gonna say. Ranger's gone, which really sucks.
Yeah, especially for that pitching role. I mean, we got some guys that have some potential, but we need that veteran on that team. That's a good starting role.
Still got Wheeler. Or is Wheeler? Which one was the one? Was it Wheeler or Noel that missed most of the season last year? I get them confused because they're.
I do too. I think might have been Wheeler.
It was. I think it was Wheeler.
Okay. So we lose Ranger. I think we lost a couple other guys. I can't remember off the top of my head. Phillies have not been in the big picture at the moment, and that's more because of the fact they just haven't been doing anything. I haven't heard jack squat. The last thing I heard was the Bichette shit, where we got a verbal agreement from the guy, and we're like, hey, man, we want to do a long deal. I forget what the exact contract deals was, but it's a vintage Dombrowski. How do you pronounce his name? Dave Dombrowski? Is that how you say it?
Something like that. Dombrowski.
Yeah. Dombrowski, yeah. So Dombrowski does his vintage contract negotiation skills. I'll give you $1 gazillion over 8 to 10 years. What do you think?
I mean, that's just baseball. That's just baseball.
It can be, but I feel like it's. We'll get to it in a second. So Bichette says, yeah, I'll do it in a verbal agreement. And then I think the same night or a night after, the Mets offer him probably one of the best contracts he could probably ever get. A shorter form of the contract, a little less money, I believe, but you're getting more money in a shorter span of time. So it's overall more based on based on the length of the contract. And I think there's a clause where he can get out of the contract and search in free agency after the end of the year, of each year he plays, which is just an unreal clause. And he takes it. He goes against the voice agreement, the vocal agreement, and he takes the Mets deal. And that leaves us out of that race. And the Dodgers are making some fantastic moves on their end to bolster that already great team. So it just kind of leaves the Philly with just a worse roster than was last year. It's just I don't know. What do you think?
It kind of seems to be the trend with the Phillies. They made the World Series in 2022, and then ever since then it's been kind of slowly getting worse and worse. Like they don't really try to make any trades to make themselves better. They just have the core pieces and they kind of just stick with them. And there's guys are getting older, but we just been sticking with it and not trying to get really younger.
Right. Yeah, they're just trying to stick with it and win with the same team they have. I agree with you on that. And I just think it's been an incredible incompetence from the administration position, the GM, the ownership, to not shoot big. Because that's the thing with baseball, man. There's no cap. There's no salary cap above. And the Phillies are one of the most lucrative baseball teams. We should be paying big for some big players.
Go big or go home.
Exactly. And that's what the Dodgers are doing, and it's working for them. So why can't the Phillies,
Yeah. I don't know. They're just getting lazy or something. Maybe the GM or whoever, he's forgetting that they can make moves or something.
He's too busy playing Clash Royale on his phone.
I guess
realize
so.
the free agency is happening.
Oh, shit.
He's looking down. He's like, "Holy fuck! The Dodgers made a great deal. I guess good for them."
Wait, Mets signed Bo Bichette? I thought we were signing Bo Bichette.
Yeah, that had to been a big wake up call for that one. They were like, "What? Come on, man." It'll be interesting for all Philly sports this year. Good luck. I think right now the best bet is the Sixers at the moment. I mean, the Flyers are back in the bin. They're back in the basement in the Metro at the moment. The Phillies are just looking like they're going to put out a worse roster. And there's a lot of uncertainty for the Eagles, but the season just ended, so there's a lot of time in between to really talk about that.
Yeah.
In the nitty-gritty of that. So go Sixers, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Except for that trade. That was ass. Don't do that ever again.
Well, trade deadline's done, so we don't have to worry about them trading anyone for a little bit.
We don't got to worry about no more garbage like that again. That was just awful. R.I.P. Jared McCain, man. I was thinking about getting a jersey too. Watching that. It really would have. For those who don't know, I have a curse with my jerseys, man. I'm having bad blood here. I had Hassan Reddick. He left right after I got his jersey. I got DeAndre Swift. He left after I got his jersey. It's just been a bad time. Bad time for my jersey.
I feel like getting jerseys of players that are signed to 1-year contracts is kind of on you.
It is. I just be getting unlucky, man. I just be getting unlucky. That's just how it goes. Is there any more points to hit on with that? I mean, we went through.
Have you watched any Olympics stuff?
Yeah. Prayers up for I forgot her name. Is it Lindsay? Did you see the deep fall of the skiing thing? She broke her leg. Oh, unfortunate, man. She
tore her ACL a while ago, and she's been training it. I don't know if she's gonna be competing or not, but she started doing stuff on the slopes. She was doing stuff on the slopes with a torn ACL.
Yeah, but she broke her leg yesterday.
What?
Yeah, didn't that happen literally live?
I don't know. I didn't.
She was on the conference. You'll have to look it up. I don't think I am. I could be mixing things up, but I'm pretty sure it was the that scary sledding downfall sledding competition where you go 70 miles per hour down the hill, and do those crazy turns. And she was up, and on the first big jump on that hill, she buffed it and totally broke her leg there, which is really unfortunate if that's the case because she's getting up there in age. I think she had to get helicoptered out. Can we get a fact check on that? Do you have a phone right now?
I do see that she got helicoptered out. I don't know. I'll have to look more into it. I have to look more into it another time.
Yeah, I'll. We can have confirmation on that later. Next episode we'll have confirmation of that by then.
I did see. I did watch a little bit of the women's ice hockey game between Canada and Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you saw any of that.
I didn't see that, but I did see USA booty clap.
I think it was closer than it should have been, the game. I think Canada. I think I looked up and saw the shots at one point. Canada had like 40 plus shots at one point, and Switzerland had like 4. And it was still like 2-0 or something. So like props to the Switzerland goalie.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's true. Something similar happened with the. I mean, it was just a dominant win from the United States, but it was like a shutout win on what team was it? Was it Sweden or Finland? I'm gonna say Sweden, but like the shots on goal were like it was in like the 40s, and Sweden/Finland. I'm not sure. I don't remember. They had like 9 goals, and the United States woman, just like dominated them utterly. Good win for the United States. Another win for USA. What is coming up? USA. What sports are coming up with? I know men's hockey, but like what else for? Just overall,
have they done Olympics? Have they done like half pipe yet?
Ooh, I don't know.
Snowboarding. I know that's a pretty full one. I will say, in my opinion, the Summer Olympics is way better than the Winter Olympics. I don't know if that's a hot take.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of agree with you. So if it is a hot take, we'll die on that hill.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you think that's a terrible take, and we'll disagree with you and die on the hill. I did hear that flag football, right? Next Summer Olympics.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts.
And lacrosse. I don't know about Jalen. I like Jalen Hurts to be on the squad.
He's in the ad. He's in the ad.
He is in the ad, but I don't think he's on the team.
You see that absolute dot he threw to set the torch up on fire?
Yeah. That's just his accurate deep ball. He's just like that. That's what he's like in real life, guys. I'm a Jalen Hurts lover. Can't make me hate him. And I think lacrosse is also having they're finally doing like 6s in the Olympics, which will be fun. I think
so too. USA needs to win.
Yeah, it's normally against USA versus Canada, but I know some of the other teams are really good. They're like at least they're like getting better. I know Japan's pretty solid. They're pretty competitive.
Finland's
pretty competitive sometimes. I'm not too sure about Finland. I know they're pretty good. I'm trying to remember from the World Lacrosse Tournament who is the good ones.
Well, who's that? I don't know how to pronounce it. They start with an H. Their flag's like purple.
Oh yeah, it's the
team.
Isn't it the native team? That's like a native.
Yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember how to pronounce
it. I know which one you're talking about. I think there's a whole controversy like that they're allowed in or not because they're not technically a country, but they should be. It's like a heritage thing. I think it's fair.
Just let them in,
right? I think it's fair. It would bring more spectators. And it's a heritage thing. I think deserve to be in. Absolutely.
Wasn't Japan like pretty competitive?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They're pretty solid. They're much more competitive than some other teams I was watching. Yeah. Is there anything left to talk about?
I don't know.
Oh man. So. Well, fellas. This is the first episode of Overtime. I hope you all enjoyed it. Honestly, leave us in the comments like any critiques you have that we could get better on to make the show better for you guys, the fans.
Or anything you want us to talk about.
Absolutely. If you want to drop a comment and you want to take, it could be anything. You could talk about a completely different NFL team and we'll give our take on it the best we can. The earlier the comment, the better though. Give us some time to research a little bit. I get some ball knowledge on it before it. I'm not going to take any comments the day before on a recording thing. So, the sooner the better. I think overall great episode. So the next episode is going to be main event episode 2. We got a good amount to talk about.
Coming out Thursday.
Thursday. Got some shit to talk about on Monday Night Raw, AEW Dynamite, SmackDown, and Collision. Collision sucks. But it's like hit or miss. I don't want to talk too much.
JD Drake?
No, I love him. But that's That's beside the point. That's beside the point. This is meant for the wrestling talk. I'm not going to bring up wrestling in this show. All right. Next week, it's still in the draft on what we want to talk about, but we were talking about it before. We might want to go into detail on just contract negotiations and who we'd want to stay and who we'd want to go on everybody's contract year, because I know the Eagles have a lot. And there will be more to talk about. We'll go over our little lightning round with the Sixers and the Flyers. If I don't think the Flyers are playing, actually. So just the Sixers. And any news that comes up, we'll update you on that show. Anything else you got for the squad?
I think we're dragging it. Are we dragging it?
We are dragging it. You're fucking dragging it.